is underway on. And he'll wind the Saints for their opening drive.
Watch them at practice. The easy over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully
they play well. The quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morse. Punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good move at the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got in the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league. Well, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The numbers for Williams a week ago. 19 carries, 91 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go. Check mark 45. Crunch time, defense.
Off the play fake. Clifford. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Back to throw. Clifford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What step?
The trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep it.
Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is caught by Williams.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Clifford. Open man is Michael Thomas. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down. Clifford. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They run with Hill. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. First down, and it's Hill again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Clifford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Clifford. The open man is Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Clifford. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Now Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
60 outlaw.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. In your face.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Williams.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
15-1. Big stop, big stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford, it's Hill, complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Clifford. It's caught. Smith. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31. Enough for the first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
180. Sit right there, 56. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run. This is Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Clifford. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Down. 70, Indy. 36. Ready.
This is Hill on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Clifford looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
Defense.
So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for him. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's Hill. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Line. 15 line. 54. I'm here all day. Let's go.
They'll run it with Hill. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
To Vecchio to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Trubisky. He finds Howard complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He completes it to Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's caught by Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Trubisky looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. D.D. Westbrook, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He finds his target. It's Evans. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's got the hook up to Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To throw on second down. Clifford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Trubisky will throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky, throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford has got Smith here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. $10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Got it. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Who that? Who that? Let's go.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Down. 60 or. Go on. Ready. Now.
Again, it's Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
70, Indy.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Williams. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. It's complete to Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 3, second down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off play action. Clifford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
On 3rd down, Clifford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's Williams on the catch. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster. And now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Clifford. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get in...
And that's caught inside the 30 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Now Trubisky. He finds his target. It's Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his fourth touchdown on the year. As they now sit just a two-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Trubisky's pass complete to Brashad.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Again, it's Trubisky. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Hill. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Dancing away at the 30.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whenever they do run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. Smith has it. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Clifford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Clifford. A dump off now to Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
90 wolf. Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, Clifford. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Clifford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.